So come into a tabletop position, and then from here just walk your hands around. Just get a little bit of a load into the wrists and into your hands, feeling the floor. And then you can turn your hands around so the fingers are facing you. From here you want to tuck the tailbone in, round your upper back, so you're in a protraction of your shoulder blades. Then keep that protraction and lean the hips back to your heels, so you feel a nice stretch in your forearms. Keeping the spine rounded, and then push your fingers into the floor. We're going to hold it for 10 seconds. Actively try to push the heels of your hands into the floor a bit more as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the shoulders back on top of your wrists. Now flip your hands so the back of your hands are on the ground. Your fingers still facing you. Extend your elbows as much as you can. If they're completely extended, rotate so the crease of your elbows are pointing forward. Then again, round your upper spine, tuck the tailbone in and lean back. Now you should feel the stretch on the other side of your forearms. The more you lean back, but as well the more you keep the protraction, the more intense the stretch. And to make it even worse, curl your fingers and try to touch your forearms with your fingers. And you might feel a cramping sensation. That's exactly the sensation you want to go for. Now have a look at your index finger and try to get that index finger closer to your forearms. It definitely won't happen, but the sensation should be here. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Relax the fingers, elbows to the side, and roll back onto your hands. Then rock back and forth a few times, always maintaining that protraction, that rounded spine. Hide your bum. And then whenever you move the shoulders back, make sure you're using your fingers and push them into the floor. So it's not just the shoulders moving back and forth. So once you're in the front, dig your fingers into the floor, push back. With every repetition, try to go a little bit further forward. A little bit more planche lean. And then next time when you're in that front position, protraction again, tuck tailbone in and dig your fingers into the floor. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax your fingers, lean further forward, press your fingers into the floor again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go once more. Relax fingers, one more lean, dig fingers into the floor. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push fingers into the floor and come all the way back, and then shake out your hands. And from here, create fists. Keep the hands more or less underneath your shoulders. Again, flex your spine, rounding your spine. The more weight you have in your knees, the easier. The further forward you lean with your shoulders, or the further forward your hands are, the harder. So find a position which is challenging, but which is still possible to do. Then from here, in a controlled way, open the hands into so-called fin, and then back up into fist. So you don't want to rock back and forth. The shoulders should stay in line with your wrists. Open and close, strong and controlled. Go from the 3, 2, 1. Now stay in that fin position, lean forward, bend into the elbows and allow the chest to sink down towards the floor or towards the hands, and then push back up. So don't lean back and the head goes to the fingers or to the hands. The chest is aiming to go down. So we want the weight in the wrists, loading those wrists, making those wrists strong. Go for another 3, 2, 1, and then slowly come back out. Then hands underneath your shoulders, make sure your index fingers are parallel to each other, and then you want to press the knuckles of your index fingers into the floor. Keep the shoulders in line with your wrists, flex your spine, tailbone in, protraction in the shoulder blades. So shoulders don't move back and forth, but you're going to lift the palms, the heels of your hands off the ground, and then lower down again. Lift up and lower. Knuckles always pushing into the floor. So you're not lifting the knuckles stay. So it's stretching your fingers, but at the same time, it's making your forearms pumping. And as well, make sure you don't go back and forth, shoulders stay on top of your knuckles. Go a few more times, a few fast ones, and then we will go more controlled. Lift the palms up and slow and controlled down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. And now you might already feel like the forearms are starting to fatigue, get a little bit more tired. That's awesome. That's exactly what we want. And one more, and then shake out your hands. This is a very basic warm-up for your wrists, but it's strengthening your wrists, it makes your wrists more mobile, and the perfect preparation for your upcoming handstand.